everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2023 Honda HR-V and its 8-speaker audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio adjustments, inputs, controls, speaker locations, then we're going to head out onto the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I recommend listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. This is the EXL trim, so top trim of the HR-V. And this cool color that they're providing here. In this lighting, I'm sure it looks pretty gray, but in the sun, it's kind of got a bluish, greenish hue to it. It's got an interesting look. Now, I haven't been totally convinced by the HR-V. For me, I would just buy a Civic instead. But there are people who do want sort of that compact crossover, really subcompact crossover life without spending too much. And for them, HR-V might fit the bill. So if you want to see more on it, check the links in the description. We've got a full review, fuel economy test, all sorts of good stuff. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed wave files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. I'm a big fan of Honda's infotainment systems for these newer generation cars. It's very straightforward, good amount of physical controls, and it's nice to use. First, I'm going to go to display mode here and bump up the brightness so y'all can see it better. Already in the media screen, so let's go up here to sound. First, we got adjustments for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those. Even though you've only got +6 and -6 for each of those, it's a good amount of adjustment. You can hear there's a wide range of variation in those. Below that, you have adjustments for front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance. You can move it all around very easily. And then you have a speed volume compensation. So as you get going faster, it's going to increase the volume of the music. We're going to leave that off for this test so it doesn't mess with any of our settings. And that's it for sound adjustments. For audio controls in the HR-V, you have a nice volume knob here. It's got good clicks. Barely hear that. It's nice to grab, maybe a little far from the passenger, but in good reach for the driver. You've also got a volume clicker on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, you've got physical controls right below the knob. If you're on the proper screen, you can use the touch screen, or right above the volume where it should be, you've got track selections there. For audio inputs in the new HR-V, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, a USB-A port, and support for wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. What does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, also no USB Type-Cs. That one's a little bit surprising for a 2023 car that was just redone. Also, no sort of streaming services built in, so if you want to do Spotify or Pandora or Tidal or something like that, you're going to have to go through your phone. Speaker locations. As I said, this is an 8-speaker unbranded system. Starting in the bottom left, you've got a kind of mid-range woofer combo there, 1, 2 tweeter. Now, you think this would be a speaker, and if you look really closely, it does have a cutout for a speaker, but it's not a speaker. So I wonder if they thought about doing a Bose system and sort of engineered it that way and then decided not, or maybe if other markets get some sort of 9th speaker right there. But nothing is actually there, trust me. 1, 2, 3, 4 up front, and then in the back, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8. Same kind of tweeter and mid-range woofer combo in here. A little bit of tweet, and then a little bit of mid-range through those. Those are your 8 speakers. All right, I'm gonna get this stuff put away here, and we're gonna get out on the road. going about 60 miles per hour in the middle lane there and got me confused. I think this system has a good amount to offer in terms of general kind of affordable car crispness, but it doesn't have a lot of power when you get up into the more complex music. You already hear a bit of distortion on that ChillShop bass song, and I'm just not expecting to be wowed when we do turn up the bass here in a minute. Overall, a good amount of harshness as well when you turn it up. There's just only so many speakers to go around. Really, you're just dealing with 4 speakers up front here, and you can only do so much with that. So for this next song, we'll turn the bass all the way up, see how it sounds. Up my thoughts on the 8-speaker sound system here in the 23 HRV. It's a good example of a system that if you're just listening to it static in a parking lot, nothing running, and you listen to some simple R&B pop type music, you're gonna go, ooh yeah, this sounds pretty good. But when you turn up something more complex, you're driving on the highway, you're getting more of that road noise, it's not good. You listen to some of that heavy bass, it's not good. Not too surprising for a car this price point. I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to find decent audio under $30,000, but this one's getting a D. I'd say probably a light D, like a D+, but it's certainly below average, which would put it at a C, and hey, that's just what you're going to get from Honda without the Bose audio. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the HRV, it's got a good amount to offer, so check the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.